Hey, Red Bull. Yeah, how's it going? Good, good. Yeah, we totally have Mercedes this year. There's no way they're going to be able to catch us. We've got so many good upgrades, so many good things going on in the car. So we really think this is our year to take it to Mercedes. Oh, you guys too? Oh, for sure. It's gonna be a great year. We're finally going to be able to take the title fight to them. Hi, Mercedes. Oh, hey, Ferrari. Welcome back for another season. Well, what you got there? Oh, this is our new steering system called DAS. It stands for dual axis steering. Basically, it's adjusting the angle of the tires as we go through the corners, so we can get most of the straights and the corners, most speed basically. Dual axis? Oh yeah, we just gotta go like this to push it in and stuff. It's super easy and super intuitive. Really, to push the. Oh, oh gosh. Red Bull, I'm gonna have to call you back. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's what we said. There's no way we're getting extended the title. FIA. Ferrari. Don't say it. Yeah, we'd like to launch a protest against Mercedes. No. So for all my younger viewers watching right now, this thing from that bit, yes, this was a phone. This was my first cell phone. It's called a flip phone. Now just think with me for a sec here. You're really mad at someone. You want to call them, tell them exactly how you feel, and you just rip this thing open. You give them a piece of your mind. You let them know. You let them have it. And then once you're done talking to them, doesn't that feel good? It's such a good feeling we're never going to have again. And I miss it. Because look, this thing's fine. It's just slammed it shut and it's fine. So yeah, this was my phone. So what is going on, you Scenario 7s? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well wherever you are in the world. Now, a while back, I made a video with the man himself, Tomo F1, and we debated who we thought was better in the modern era rivalry. Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, who we thought was better. Now, I argued on the side of Vettel because I do believe that in the exact same machinery, even though I believe Lewis Hamilton is the greatest of all time, based on points and championships, I think on his day in the exact same machinery, Sebastian Vettel would be the quickest driver between himself and Lewis Hamilton. Now this leads me to believe that, to no fault of his own, with an extremely disappointing stint with the Ferrari team, get ready for the extremely cliche F1 YouTuber words on the screen as I say them, he will likely go down as the most underrated multi-world champion of F1 history. Let's get into it. Now, as I mentioned in that video with Tomo, Sebastian Vettel is one of the only drivers in F1 history to complete the back-to-back championships. Not to back like the corner of Monaco, but like to back. He won 4 straight championships in Formula One with the Red Bull team, a feat only accomplished by 2 other drivers. Juan Manuel Fangio and Michael Schumacher, and then, possibly Lewis Hamilton at the end of this year, but it's going to be a different season. We got some new tracks. We got Portimao, we got Mugello, Imola. Who knows what's going to happen this year? Lewis might not win, but if he does, he will join Sebastian Vettel in those ranks. However, I would like to point out that Sebastian Vettel won those titles from the age of 23 to 26 years of age. That's really young because right now Lewis Hamilton, he's on the cusp of getting his 4th world championship in a row just now at the age of 35. So I think, in my personal opinion, in Sebastian Vettel's legacy, it should go down as being the better back-to-back because he was younger. He did it at a younger age with less experience than Hamilton has. I know Hamilton probably hates Nico Rosberg for this fact of itself, but sorry, Lewis, but Sebastian did it when he was younger. So we could say that Sebastian Vettel just peaked early. He reached his ceiling earlier than he was supposed to, and he just has gone downhill from there. But I would actually like to shy you away from that argument. When Sebastian Vettel entered the team of Ferrari, the team hadn't won a world championship since Kimi Räikkönen in 2007. So they were pushing for something special, and they saw what Sebastian Vettel did with Red Bull and wanted to replicate that with the Scuderia. However, the fact of the matter is Mercedes has absolutely dominated the turbo hybrid era, and Ferrari had just started out on a back foot because they're Ferrari. They're overconfident in themselves. They assume they have the better car because they're the Ferrari, and they continue to get caught out by Mercedes because Mercedes never settles. They never take themselves for granted. They always push the line of innovation. And that's why I did that intro at the beginning of this video. DAS is one of the most amazing technical feats of this generation of Formula One. Even though it's going to be outlawed next year, can we just give Mercedes a round of applause for actually going out and doing something like that? They were already on top of the world. They have 6 straight Formula One championships, constructors and drivers. They didn't have to make DAS, but they continued to not get complacent. They continued to push the boundaries, push the line, and make a steering wheel that pushes in and pulls out. I mean, come on, no one else thought of that. And Ferrari just assumes they're Ferrari and they're going to be complacent, and they just continue to assume, oh, we're a Ferrari, we go fast, right? No, that's not how it works, and you have wasted Sebastian Vettel's time. The other glaring issue with Ferrari is not only the fact that they're complacent in terms of car design, but they're also so petty when it comes to politics within the team. Formula One is a team sport. You're supposed to work together as a team to achieve the things that you want to do, not fight each other and, Sebastian is supposed to pit, but no, Charles, no. Stop making these horrible calls for strategy and give the driver who has the merit on track the proper pit stop so that they can have the race. I can't tell you how many races Ferrari has handed away and just given to Mercedes on a, for a lack of a better word, a silver platter because they messed up the strategy. Mercedes is a well-oiled machine. It just seems like they never miss a beat, except for Germany 2019. We don't need to talk about that. But it just seems like in every single race, Mercedes shows up, they come in, and it just looks like effortless, like they're not even trying. And Ferrari needs to sort out their politics before they even think about winning another world championship. I would then chalk up the fact that his performance has dipped in 2019 and 2020, not to the fact that he's, dropped in performance himself, but the fact that Ferrari clearly is putting all their chips into Charles Leclerc. Because why wouldn't they? They just finished wasting 6 years of one young star's career. Why not start round 2 nice and early? Why don't we? The fact that they have such a lack of care towards a 4-time world champion is absolutely appalling. But of course, this all looks bad on Vettel and his legacy because he's the driver. He's the easiest one to blame for the lack of a World Drivers' Championship in 6 years. Now, the sad part is young fans of the sport just see him as a washed-up former World Drivers' Championship that's being kicked out of the team because now Ferrari has their next victim in Carlos Sainz to ruin his career next. But then my question is, where was this notion when Fernando Alonso was struggling with McLaren and his GP2 engine? That was the car's fault, not his, because he too was a multi-World Drivers' Championship world-class driver being wasted at a team with about as much leadership as a country being led by a toddler. Now, Sebastian Vettel, without a doubt, is still a world-class driver in Formula One, capable of capturing a World Drivers' Championship if he has the team and the car behind him. Unfortunately, that team and car will not be Ferrari because until they get their heads out of the sand and learn to innovate rather than look towards the past success, they are never going to win another World Drivers' Championship in Formula One. And unfortunately for Vettel, even if he does get that seat at Aston Martin Racing next year, I don't think it's going to be a car capable of beating that Mercedes. And I just hope when we look back on Sebastian Vettel's career in the future, 20, 30 years from now, we're able to look past the fact that Ferrari failed him and accept the fact that he is without a doubt the most underrated multi-world champion of all time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I know this was a bit more of a rant style video, but I had to get this off my chest. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to lick the stamp, send that subscribe button and drop a like, and don't miss the apex. Peace.